Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jason from Exclusively Malta. We're in Malta this morning. You can see the sunshine coming out. We want to welcome everybody to RepFest. And it's so ironic that we're on the carnival stage because Malta is like a festa every day, a carnival every day. And today we're going to be meeting with the artisans and farmers today. We're going to meet some fine people, like Christian will meet up very shortly. And we're just coming in to meet our eyes for the day. Michelle, who's our fabulous cameraman. So, looking forward to having a great day with you. And let's get this going. Festa Taiba. Oh, there he is. Right on time. Okay, Michelle, we're gonna go meet Christian over at King's Arms in Rabat. And you got the eye of the camera, so take some shots as we're going through, you know, the pretty spots. So here we are in Rabat, one of the towns in Malta. We're just about to go inside and see Christian. And this is King's Arms bar. It's apparently one of the oldest, kind of a very local type of bar, so you kind of get a good rustic feel of it. And yeah, come on in. Hey, Christian.
Hey there.
How you
okay.
doing, buddy?
How are you doing, mate?
Good.
Oh, good.
Nice to see you.
Same here, same here.
What an eclectic place this is.
Morning.
Yeah.
You're having coffee, beer,
Is it too early for a beer?
whiskey? Oh, never too early.
Chisk.
It's noon somewhere.
Let's
okay.
do chisk. As you can see, it's a very rustic place, dating back even prior to World War II. We're good to go. We got a fun-filled day. A lot of people to meet.
We're gonna meet lots of locals, artisans, some farmers, of course. This is all about the rural community in the Maltese islands.
Now, I like to always treat this, I mean, everybody usually says, you know, tourism, rural tourism, but really it's about sustainable experiences, because this is really what it's about. It's the network that we'll likely see today is all about the relationship building that Christian and his team and ourselves have done over the years.
Yep.
And, you know, we look forward to a great collaborative future. And I'm eager to see all the guys today.
It's all about partnering. No?
Yeah, exactly.
And today we're gonna start with a really popular attraction, which is cheese.
We should say goodbye to the bartender before we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You're hungry.
If I'm all gonna get hungry, don't worry.
Okay.
This way.
Yeah, we're here. There's Juzu right over there.
Perfect. Well, welcome to Juzu's farm, sheep farm in this beautiful Dingley area. You can see Phil Flynn in the back.
نحلبهم ونعمل الجبينات.
جبينات فريسكي
طالبزار
جبينات طالبزار
وبيض منشفين.
والجبينات بويض. So we're talking about the jbeina. Jbeina is a type of cheese, Maltese cheese, which is made from nach. Mint and nach, from sheep's milk.
He's so cute. Nice and warm too. Hey, say hello.
مرة.
That's a she, Jason.
She's a she.
Lady.
Hey? No wonder she likes me.
No name.
Let's name them. She should
Patches.
be Patches. Okay.
Okay, Patches. You say hello to everybody. Look, we move on. There you go. Right? Okay, where is it? Well, that was interesting. It's perfect. Beautiful small little farm up the side of Dingley. I felt like I wanted to take that little sheep home with me, or patches. So Juzu said now we're going to go to his little area to taste a little bit of the jbena.
Yeah, because of course they don't produce the cheese over there.
It's amazing. Ciao, thank you.
Yeah, just careful there. And on to the right.
Yeah.
Let's stop here. Yes.
What are we doing here?
You said you're hungry now?
I'm not going to eat grass.
Angelina here is one of the master pastizzi makers, if not the master. Huh?
I mean, pastizzi is like Malta's savory food, is what we call it. We call it like Malta's street food.
It's a savory snack.
It's a savory snack that in all the Maltese households, whether it's in Malta, North America, Australia, anywhere, if they don't have it, they're definitely urging for it. It's something that is traditional in a sense because it's not always available because the Maltese communities around the world are somewhat smaller, so it's not really readily accessible. But for example, my grandfather, my nunnu, used to make them.
So this is the road that will lead us to Lawrence. You know Lawrence, of course?
Ah, yeah. Mr. Falconer.
Mr. Falconer.
I can't wait to meet him. Well, we'll see. Some time ago, we had a client that said, "Oh, my son is so interested in falconry." We thought, she goes, "Can you do it?" And we always say, "Of course we can do it." Then we had to research and find out, and we met Lawrence, who actually revitalized falconry in Malta. Is that right?
Yes, falconry was very popular here in medieval times. It was those times was popular as much as football today, nowadays.
Really?
It's true. Falconry in those times was super popular. And there were big events around falconry and so on. The main aim of falconry is to hunt with a bird of prey. Hunting of wild quarry by means of a trained raptor,
I see.
which is not easy at all. Right?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, that experience with Lawrence was amazing.
And Gustav.
And Gustav. Gustav stole the show.
The north,
On
yeah,
the other side.
behind the Dina.
Okay, get over there.
Oops. Woo! Yeah, woo! He goes woo! You should go slower, not woo! Actually, that's Indina up there.
Yeah, that's the silent city. They call it. A lot of noble families still live there. A couple nice restaurants in there. We have one Michelin star restaurant in Dimondion in the Shara Palace, the Relais Chateau property. Beautiful rooms that overlook the panoramic view of Malta. I smell bread. Famous baker.
Here we are in Rabat. Yeah, this is Falzon's bakery.
Yeah.
This is Lum. كيف احنا؟ All right here.
All right.
Here we've got a traditional bakery. We've got plenty of these, luckily still in Malta.
And they're making almond cookies, no?
No, these are
Sweet
sweet rings.
My nonna used to make the but it wasn't sweet. It was more dense dough and burnt at the bottom.
Yeah. Firewood would go in there.
Look how deep the oven is. Take a look. So what's the temperature of the oven?
Now it's 450
Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. And is that the baking temperature?
No, the baking temperature is 600 for bread.
600.
Yes.
So is that the dough for the bread? Al Malti. That's the Maltese bread.
And what are they
this.
called? Ftira?
Look at this. No, the ftira is something else.
The small with the hole in the middle.
The ftira is something else. Huh?
That's good. But you know what? I can't resist wearing a bakery. You can actually come here 24 hours a day and to get this. That's the taiba.
That's that with a mouthful of bread.
It is what it is.
Freshly baked bread.
Cheers. Well, that was great.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got the bread, we've got the cheese. We need something to drink.
Let's go get some vino.
Let's get some wine. We're gonna meet Carmel. He's been part of our network since almost the beginning, and they've done some amazing stuff with the indigenous grapes of Malta. We've got 2 indigenous grapes, one white and one red, and he'll tell us a bit more about it when we meet him.
Right.
Start, let's be.
How old is the vineyard?
The Chardonnay, average of 13 years.
13 years.
13 years old. And they are pruned cordon speronato with just 2 buds. You see?
On each.
Yes. We control the production. You see, to have not more than 2.5 kilos of grapes.
Oh, I see.
So the grapes will go to quality wines.
Carmel, we've got some friends from RepFest with us today. Can you tell them something about the indigenous grapes?
Yes.
That you've been, of course, very instrumental lately to reintroduce in the Maltese Islands.
In fact, we experiment on the Maltese indigenous grape, that is Gargantina and Gelosa. In the past times, the Gargantina and Gelosa was planted bush-like, but it was a lot of problems. We experiment of make them like this, and the poles and wires. So there is more airflow, and we even the sugar content. We raises up the sugar content because we control even the quantity.
We're gonna taste some of that.
Yes, I've got with me.
That's the taiba.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Well, that was a good glass of wine.
Yeah, we've got the wine finally.
Nice Gelosa.
Before the lunch, I'd like to take you to one very important member within our network.
Okay.
We used to call him the last remaining weaver on the right. Weaver on the island. We don't do that anymore, simply because he's been empowered so much, and there's been so much of a demand by locals that he is actually teaching others now. And these kind of tours have also empowered his family and himself to keep on doing what he's doing. We're marketing, of course, what he's doing with the locals and with the guests, and he's thankfully now teaching others. So
that's
we don't
excellent.
call him the last remaining weaver on the island any longer, which is what
It's actually a good story.
conservation.
It's a very good story.
What conservation should all be about.
Yeah.
So further up here. Hey Antoine,
Alright, Chris.
mux ħażin inti?
Jina tajab ħafna.
Wow, it's amazing. And you work on all of these?
Yes. I have got 9 looms here. On each loom there is something different. Different width and different even design as well. I started learning when I was 8 years old under my mother's strict guidance and teaching, and now I have been doing this for now 44 years approximately.
Wow.
Jason, I would like you to try this out yourself. So
But
let's get to it.
I need to be instructed by the master.
You will,
first.
you will.
I will instruct you.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Mala.
So Antoine, show Jason
Yes,
what
now,
he needs to do. Mind your head.
Oh boy.
Here you have got 4 pedals. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you must pass the shuttle through it. I'll show you how.
Okay.
Press the first pedal very hard.
This is not as easy as you think it looks like. This guy makes it look easy.
Mish is enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. At my expense. Oh, wait.
Especially after a glass of water.
That Jalauza didn't help, believe me. And the first pedal.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're heading towards a place called Bin Gemma.
Okay.
We are still in Rabat here. We're heading to the northwest coast of the island, and we're going for lunch basically.
It's not like we haven't ate or drank or done anything like that all day.
We're heading to a very exclusive olive grove. It's
Okay.
called Tandishia Olive Grove, and we've been working with these guys since 2011. So
Right.
from
Charlie,
beginning-
right?
Charlie, yes.
Okay.
I'll taste some olive oil. The wine, of course, that we got from Carmel. The bread, cheese from Joseph this morning. But first, we're gonna stop a little bit here, next to this lovely chapel. Here we are, Bin Gemma.
Oh, it's beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, the Victoria lines.
Oh yeah, in front of us we have the Victoria lines, which were built by the British in the late 1800s. Beneath them there are also Punic tombs, and some historians date also those caves to the Bronze Age. So we're talking thousands of years ago.
It's amazing.
We've got a beautiful view today of the cliffs of Gozo, our sister island.
Sanat?
Yes, Sanat and Stachench. In the foreground there's Imjar, the village of Imjar with the main village church over there. And we'd like to point out this patch of land here, which is unfortunately abandoned. And we like to compare it with the left-hand side, which has been maintained by Charlie, the guy that we're gonna visit very soon. And we can actually see when there is conservation and when there is land abandonment. And we want to see, of course, more of that type of conservation being done all over the island. So what Charlie has been doing in the past 20 years or so, we want to use that as a pilot project, together with tourism, of course, to replicate all over the islands, which is an ambitious project, but something that can be definitely done.
Well, I can tell you, I mean, I've met Charlie a couple times, and he is quite the character.
He is.
Let's go see him. Oh, nothing better than a full day of exploration, meeting people, tasting the fruits of the island, to finish off with a nice lunch. I know, two-way road.
Okay, so go a bit slower here, and we're going through that gate.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah. There she is.
Oh.
That's Bella. Okay, let's grab some stuff.
Okay.
Take the wine.
I'll drink the wine.
Yeah. There you go. Mind your head.
The pomegranates.
Yeah. Some beautiful herbs. This is marjoram. And thyme.
The fragrance of that
fragrance.
comes out so good. Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And here we are. Gonna spend some time here, eating lunch, tasting local products.
Hey, there's the man of the hour, Charlie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Well, this is Charlie, the mastermind behind this.
Some work down here.
So tell us, what do you got going on?
We picked some olives so that we can make some oil. December, January, and February, and those 3 months we start preparing to make some air layering to make new trees of pomegranate, for example, fig trees and things like that.
So every time I come here, it seems like it grows and grows and grows. And the first time I met
Who
you,
grows, me or the trees?
but the first time I met you, you said, "Oh no, I'm retiring. I'm going to get slower and slower and slower." But now, this is a great antipasti. But I smell something in the kitchen. I got to go check it out.
Check it out, check it out.
Holy smokes, Sean, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Great. Sean here has cooked for the royal family of Great Britain, the King of Jordan, and now us. That must make us royalty. What do we got on the plate today, buddy?
Well, we've got some fantastic lampuki, which landed in Gozo yesterday evening, and then I picked it up first thing this morning. Beautiful specimen, about 1.2 kilos.
Excellent.
And then what we're going to do with that, we're going to pan fry it, which is how my grandfather loved it. We're going to serve it with a grain salad, which is a little bit more of a modern take on it, and then a citrus dressing. With some lovely colours and flavours of gozo, and then topped with a sprout salad.
Awesome. And a lampuki, like, tell our audience, what is a lampuki?
Well, it spawns off the North African coast and around the Mediterranean, and then it whizzes past Malta. Around August time it starts off and finishes off around mid to end December, and then it legs it down the out the Mediterranean and down the Atlantic, and it suddenly magically becomes mahi-mahi.
Well, there you go. So, mahi-mahi lovers, you know where it actually comes from. It's actually the Maltese lampuki. Awesome. Can't wait to taste it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Come on. Ah, Francesco. Have a look at this. So this is like a traditional Maltese bagpipe, and Francesco is a craftsman of his own tools and musical instruments. He's going to tell us a little bit about them and this famous Maltese bagpipe. Francesco, oh, it's always a pleasure hearing you play your instruments.
It's always my pleasure to be here as well.
Yeah,
It's such a nice place.
Such a nice place and all that. As I was mentioning, Francesco, he's a music artist, but he's also an instrument maker. Traditional Maltese instruments, right?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you don't see a bagpipe like that around. And believe me, it's not patches. We met this little patches this morning, so definitely
No,
not that.
patches.
So tell us a little bit about your passion.
I harvest the raw material myself from the valleys, just like the one you see here. I collect the cane. I dry it for a year and a half, just to have my raw material ready, which then I can craft into an instrument. So in this case, I was working on this tiny little thing. We call it a zummara in Maltese. It's essentially a piece of cane where I cut a slit right here. You can see this tiny little thing. So basically, to finish this off, what I need, just a bit of fire. So now it's time to try it. Let's see.
Wow,
There
so
you have
very
it.
Arabic.
Yeah,
Arabic.
probably this is something from that
Arabia.
type of
Then-
culture that we have inherited.
White, please.
White for you. White.
Sean, have a
Hey,
seat,
Sean.
my friend. I want to taste this masterpiece with you. What would you like, red or white?
Come
Oh
over.
yeah, Michelle, come on. All the hard work you've done today, come and eat. This is a wrapping up here. Red or white? And we have some Maltese Anna singers, folk singers. So this is the Anna singers, and they speak about the environment that's around them. Very ad lib, and whatever influences them around. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
And
الفستة
Taiba. Festa Taiba.
فستة طيبة.
Grazie. Well, that was a great day. Thank you, everybody, for making it happen.